were told that Donald Trump had already played all his cards, while China was still holding many powerful ones. And now, as China begins to slowly play them, not just Trump, but the entire world is starting to lose its ground. Did you know? Last night, Donald Trump abruptly lifted tariffs on electronics, smartphones, laptops, and more from China. This is the same Trump who was previously begging for a phone call from China. So what has China done to force Trump to kneel? Here's what's happening. Many assume that lifting tariffs is simply about Chinese products not reaching the U.S. But the reality is much more dangerous. China is about to play a card so powerful that not only American, but global luxury brands could collapse, starting with Apple. Most luxury brands in the U.S., from clothing, watches, electronics, even automobile parts, are manufactured in China. Apple, Adidas, Nike, Zara, Michael Kors, Ray-Ban, Dell, HP, Lenovo, all depend heavily on China. But the real shock came when secret details began to emerge. Items that sell for thousands of dollars in the U.S. are actually made in China for just $20 to $25. For example, Apple products manufactured in China cost less than $25, but sell for up to $1,600 in the market. Once this truth began to leak, Apple's stock value dropped. The threat was real. China could expose these secrets on a global scale. These revelations could destroy brand reputations overnight. Why? Because customers don't pay for the actual cost. They pay for brand prestige. And if that illusion is shattered, these brands collapse. China had all the secrets. It had the power to leak the truth about every luxury brand's real cost. Products sold at $10,000 made for less than $50. And then came the biggest fear. The very factory in China that produces over 80% of Apple products was reportedly planning to launch its own premium brand, matching Apple's quality at a fraction of the price. Trump knew if China launched this brand, exposing Apple's production cost, Apple's reputation would crash. A $1,600 iPhone being made for $25? The backlash would be massive. Boycott campaigns would erupt. The same applied to Tesla, which is now losing to Chinese EV makers like BYD. Tesla earned $10 billion while BYD made $8 billion, despite China offering cheaper, better quality alternatives. In short, China had the perfect storm prepared, and Trump bowed before it struck. Lifting tariffs was the first step to stopping China from playing its card. If China exposed these truths, not just Apple, but Nike, Victoria's Secret, Calvin Klein, Tom Ford, even global toy brands would be destroyed. Every brand secretly dependent on Chinese manufacturing would fall. Now global companies are desperate to stop China from unleashing this card, but the damage has begun.